Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news update as they drop all over the world. So for now, I'm going to start with today's evening show. So the reason the show is coming earlier now because so we still get another live show in the night when Arsenal go host the Palaces, the Crystal Palace people. So I said, I just drop the evening news quickly before we can prepare for the pre-match analysis, halftime analysis, and the full-time analysis show. So now reports reaching us. Now the fact say Arsenal, they're very, very close to sealing Martin Zubimendi's deal in the coming weeks. This is the latest news now when they go around. And this news, Chris Whitley, now first dropped this news. I see the news from other people will still drop on. So Chris Whitley, who's an Arsenal correspondent, he said Arsenal are on the verge of sealing Martin Zubimendi's arrival from Spain. Sporting director Andrea Berta is pushing to get the deal wrapped up in the coming weeks, and recent talks have been very, very positive. Now, according to Edu Burgos, so one of the media people from South America, so he say Arsenal have almost finalized the signing of Martin Zubimendi after positive talks recently with Andrea Berta, pushing to have the transfer completed in coming weeks. Zubimendi has already made Arsenal his priority. Now, this is coming on the backdrop of the fact say many reports from Spain. The report say the guy won't change his mind, make Madrid in priority. So we are having different conflicting reports. But as of today, this is the latest. Say Arsenal will wrap them up in the coming weeks. Could be maybe in the next 2 weeks, in the next 3 weeks. We will be here. We will monitor proceedings. We will get clarity, and I will let all of you know how things they go. They are now. Past like that. So if they wrap up the deal earlier, but from what I'm hearing, Arsenal want to wrap it up quickly because many eyes there the guy body. We don't want to wrap them up quickly. Now, Declan Rice is saying the Arsenal squad has had the belief that they could win the Champions League since the start of the season. We believe we could win this competition from the start, and now we really want to do it. So this is why Rice they talk. I like him. He's good for mouths. But another thing they suit me that the fact that they get that mentality. They know they look say, we don't have Gabriel Jesus, we don't have Kai Havertz, we don't have Gabriel Magalhaes. So they know they think that way. They feel say we are complete, we feel run now. It's possible. Now only PSG there for our front now. If we feel dispatch them, but na final, and for final anything can happen. You get na neutral ground. Don't be saying that we dey home or any or back and won't be inter. Anything be shell. You get so that one say it make a whole lot of sense. People just watch. If the universe is smiling on us and says it's our time, then it's our time. Now, BBC News Africa, they're going to give us reports. Say for Kigali, many Arsenal fans say then they there, say then they celebrate. Now, Arsenal fans from 14 African countries gathered in Kigali for the Arsenal Fans Festival, celebrating the team and supporting charity efforts. Sports Minister Ruwego Ngarambe encouraged fans to support not only Arsenal but also the future of African football. This is Rwanda and Kigali. Well, it makes sense. But from what I hear more, believe they say the most African fans will love Arsenal most now Uganda. When I saw that report, I'll put my mouth. I think say maybe the Nigerian fans say we carry Arsenal for head, but they say Uganda are number one, followed by Sierra Leone. They say, Sierra Leone. So those one they do Thanksgiving come. I don't know how they take carry the matter go far. Get, but it is what it is. All of us they celebrate with Una. All right. So away from that, now Arsenal going to give us another report. So the Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard when they talk about Bukayo Saka against Real Madrid. Now Odegaard said Saka scored our first goal. And that says everything about him and his character after he missed the penalty in the first half. Is part of football. Sometimes you make mistakes. So I said to him, keep going. I looked at him and he came back to his senses immediately again because they have this telepathic chemistry. So he said, I knew he would come back strong, and he did. That's his character, and he helped us win in the end. I'm so proud of him for doing it and for staying calm. what a great leader they call Odegaard, because in times of turbulence, you need a cool head, you need a calm head. You bring things down, you get. So let them say, Baba, calm down, you get. No worry, you get. Everything will go well, and at the end of the day, everything really go well. Now, Charles Watts can still double down on Thomas Partey news. He can say the expectation has been that Thomas Partey will leave at the end of the season. But as far as I'm aware, there is a feeling maybe that Arsenal are actually now willing to enter into negotiations about an extension, but that has not happened yet. There is a sense from the people I have spoken to that there is a bit of change and Arsenal would potentially be open to keeping Thomas Partey. Whereas before, the feeling within Thomas Partey's side was this isn't going to happen, Arsenal are not open for negotiations. Probably why would they read reports say Thomas Partey they give listening ear to the likes of Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, because he has so many suitors when they won, you get. So now God do it for him, you get. So but now Arsenal, let's say, don't they change their stance. Probably they want to give him a contract, but even if Arsenal ends up giving him a contract, it won't be more than 1 year. If Arsenal gives Thomas Partey 2 years, I'll be surprised. And if that be the case, if they submit 1 year contracts to him, and the likes of Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Juventus submit something longer, if now you be Thomas Partey, what you go do? Because make I no lie for you, forget allegiance. If na me be Partey, if Atletico, Baka, Jimmy, give me like 2-3 years, Baba I go take her. Because that one I guarantee. Taking Arsenal's 1 year is uncertainty go follow him, because after that 1 year, I don't know what he go follow. They could do you a Jorginho. Look at Jorginho, that'll be after 1 year now, but I don't find square root now, they go Brazil. So nobody look and say, because if you stay here, go favor Arsenal. No, put yourself in his shoes. Employ empathy. So just think and say, okay, if na me be Partey, I'll go run am. Which will be my best decision? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, Arsenal goalkeeper Alexi Rojas, who is 19-year-old, has signed a new contract with the club until 2026. The plan is for Rojas to work with the first team next season, as Arsenal often use 4 goalkeepers during training session. This one is still upcoming with the groomer who say I go be. Now, surprisingly, I saw this report when I was doing my research. Fabrizio Romano reported this story, breaking. Vinicius Jr could be suspended from football for up to 2 years due to the fact that he owns multiple clubs. Let that sink in. Now, FIFA is investigating him for breaking their rules against conflict of interest, reports Marca. Yes. Although the report not really complete because we don't know which clubs he own. I'm just hearing it for the first time. I'm going to say Vinicius own not 1 club, maybe 2, 3, because they say multiple. You get, which means he's running a conglomerate. Well, anyhow, the story I will be surprised if they say the one ban. I will be surprised. Nah, I just not just on face value. Now, Chris Whitley also reports another thing where Jacob Kivior they talk about Mikel Arteta. So he said Mikel tries to talk to the player not only about things on the pitch, but also about different things in life. So we have this good relationship because he cares about us. He helps me very well because I'm always prepared. Even when I was sitting on the bench, I could feel the help from the coach that he was always prepared for me, especially now when he needs me. I'm always 100% ready to help the team. That one said it makes a lot of sense. And in fact, some people don't cry and say, maybe they don't sell Jacob Kivior again. No, the guy don't show saying they're good enough. Even in Arise, you'll be one of the critical people when they criticize this guy. Don't they present say, say when we really need that, he turn up. Aji, you get myself. I follow for those who criticize him, and I'm happy for him. You get not just him. I follow for those who criticize Martinelli, and I'm happy for him. When person do well, he does present. Because when he lose guard, we got flog and cane. Normal level, we know they hide our mouths for here. Now, away from that, Francisco Totti of Roma. When they talk about Messi, because no say there's Messi na magician, Messi na what Messi na this. But back when they talk say, now because he play for Barca, say, in there for Barca, we be saying get plenty way they help him. At some point in his career, he played with Eto, he played with Xavi Hernandez, Iniesta, Carlos Puyol, like plenty stars, world stars, Mascherano, when play with, you get. But make you carry this Messi, make go play for Roma for 25 years. Tell me how many Ballon d'Or he go win? Zero. if Messi, you see say be magician abi, oya make go play for Syria, make go play for Roma, e no go collect one Ballon d'Or. And I tend to subscribe to that line of thought. Most times we tend to look at one player, hey, is great, is this, yes, we isolate that player, put him on the very very strong and high pedestal, forgetting the teammates wey him play with wey make am that good. If not for those teammates, carry that player make him go play for one small team, e go shalaski, you get. So na so life be, e dey happen well. So I really really subscribe to wetin really dey talk big time. Now away from that, so Chris Whitley don come again. So Babakari talk say I'm going to talk about Lewis-Skelly. So Lewis-Skelly dey ask about him confidence. He say, see, my confidence comes from preparation. From young, my mom has instilled in me the positive psychology of journaling, manifestation, gratitude, and ultimately believing you can be the best. So with all these things at the back of my mind, there is no stopping me. This guy, that's why if you watch the interview with Julian Tim I do with Sky Sports, he said Lewis-Skelly is like a lion. If the guy enter a field of play at G, he will testify. He will, they do the 10% he gets. Now, people like Ian Wright, when they talk say, if Arsenal end up signing a new left back for this summer transfer window, it go allow people like Lewis-Skelly to break into midfield to come play maybe number 8 next season. Again, according to what's in their right, don't say I would like to see Martinelli continue to play down the left side. I do believe that at some stage they may be looking to sign the left back because Lewis-Skelly can go into the midfield and prop that up. Then we can have somebody who can activate Martinelli because in this kind of form, there aren't many defenders who can deal with him. Right said on Kelly and the Righty Show. But for me, I would prefer make Lewis-Skelly stay for that in left back when you don't get command, when you don't master, when you understand. Stay there, fight your battles. In the Premier League, Lewis-Skelly is like the only defender that has not been dribbled in like 15, 16, 17 games. The statistics come out about 4. I say, really? So since you don't understand that role well, Baba, stay there. Don't listen to anybody. Stay there, make it a play. If now for 20 years, play maybe like Ashley Cole, master, and say, if they talk about left back, say, I'm master left back, 100, you say, I would like him. Then say, then transit. If they transition you to midfield, but I don't know, you cannot go there and come and be the best. So I tell you for free. Because midfield is a different ball game. That you're playing left back and you are inverting into the midfield, they will give you that one. But say one can stay there, say that's what Rice they do. When they bombard, you won't come play 8 because you're not going to play 10. You're not going to play defensive midfield. You're going to be playing 8. So all those Rice they do, box to box, energy. When they run, they come back. You feel do harm. So they don't push you now. They don't push you. So for me, in fact, what you really think about Lewis-Skelly coming to play midfield? Because for me, I think it's a no-no. Stay for your left back where you don't master. Enjoy. Now let's bring the message from one of our sponsors, Mr. Anayo, who's a real estate agent. So he has 14 plots of land for sale at Nora Scott's Luxury Estate in Ohia Igbelu, Rubber Estate at the back of airport in Abara Iche local government area of River State. So this 14 plot of land, 6 plots day one side, 4 plots day one side, 3 day one side, and 1 standalone. And it's 1.2 million per plot. And if you're interested in this piece of property, you can call Mr. Anayo on 08032765227 or 08119329922. If you're interested in any of these pieces of property, do give him a call. Now, away from that, so we don't get many stories from Football London, say Rashford to Arsenal, you get. Although, according to the Manchester Evening News, they say Marcus Rashford has no plans of joining Arsenal. You get, say the guy could depart Manchester United, maybe he will go play for Aston Villa. Who tell when I say we get plans to sign Marcus Rashford? Like when we really needed to sign him in January, we no sign him. You can't be now for somebody to say we are spoiled with options. Now we can't go to sign him. How does that make sense? Because for me, it don't make any sense at all. You get, so I don't know where then they come from. You get, but more just the watch. Now, away from that, so Luis Enrique of PSG. So based on the match they played, I think that was yesterday. I don't know if Nantes have you with that. Then draw those people 1-1. So the kind of talk say as they draw that match now, they don't lose momentum. You get ahead of the Arsenal match. They say no, that one don't mean anything because all their stars play, you get. They only play like 60 minutes, nothing, only 2 shots. How many times they even get a ball for the position end? So because they say on Friday they go play another match, that match now they go use to prepare for Arsenal. But when you look at the reports put out by the Mirror, Enrique was talking about Arsenal. Enrique talks, it's a real source of pride. So being in the semi-finals again, it shows that the team is consistent and consistent. We want to finish the championship undefeated, which is the motivation, even if it will be difficult. He said it last week. Now, it's not an advantage to play an English club again. There may be a common pattern among English teams. We already played Arsenal at the start of the season. We know who we have to eliminate. This is the reason we make I bring up this story. Enrique said, don't look Arsenal team. You know the people where they go mark out. And I don't say Saka will be number one. Yeah, so I want to see how they want to do it. I want to mark our players out. Yes. As they mark us out, they mark you out. So now normal level, although all this way they talk, now normal is why I expect Coach they talk. You come praise that now last, they say they are one of the best teams in Europe. Everybody knows that. They say they've developed very well under Arteta. They are performing very well. The goal hasn't been reached yet since we arrived. The goal has been to make history. To make history, you have to win everything, especially the trophy you all know. We give it our all to achieve this result. What matters to me is the path to achieving the goal. That depends on us. One of the team's strengths in this ability to be competitive no matter the opponent. I have total confidence in the team, no matter which player he chooses. Well, what in the talk now, what you expect coach to talk about a player? So I'm not really surprised. But the match was sweet, you get. The match will get some resemblance of Real Madrid based on say they get a lot of firepower, explosive firepower. They go run up and down. We go know, we very very cautious. Yes, to know how to. We go show our own defensive stability. Then we show their own offensive prowess. So best attack was best defense. Yeah, we'll see how it will be. Now away from that. All right, so Talk Sports. Now they analyze why is it that this weekend Arsenal know they play. So I don't think why be say will they play today? Why be say will they play Crystal Palace today and every other person they play for the weekend? Why? Now the reason is because Crystal Palace. Okay, make us first look how TalkSport reported the story. They say Arsenal have been given the weekend off ahead of that crucial Champions League semi-final tie against PSG. The Gunners are getting extended time to prepare for that clash. I be an issue, in the beginning. I first think say maybe the FA love us. They won't come do us a favor because we get Champions League match with PSG. They're competing for us. Okay, when I play this match early, so now I will get enough time to rest. Now, when I go read this TalkSport report, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be so. You say the major reason gone now because this weekend, Crystal Palace will they play for league, then go play for the FA Cup against Aston Villa on Saturday. So that was why they can't push our game forward. So okay, make we play on Wednesday. So that it don't go affect Crystal Palace match on Saturday. It gets originally now on the 26th, we're supposed to play this Crystal Palace match, but because them can't qualify for the semi-final, so that is why. In fact, the Arsenal statement read: "We were due to face the Eagles at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday, April 26th, but with the Eagles reaching the FA Cup semi-finals on that same weekend, our league fixture had been brought forward to Wednesday, April 23." With an 8 p.m. kickoff, yes. So it is a beneficial to us because after playing this game now, we go rest till next week. It's enough time. Even Arteta said they shot back for press conference. Say, thank God, there's enough time to rest. Yes. So, but the major thing is say, no play the match, they will collect maximum 3 points. Now, UEFA could make 3 major changes to the Champions League format after Arsenal complaints. Now, one of the changes, maybe Arsenal complain, and I don't want me, I won't focus on. So, when you look at it, if you watch the match we will play against Real Madrid for the Champions League, we played the first leg at home and played the second leg away. Now, Arsenal can report to UEFA say this thing we're gonna do. You know, makes sense because when we play for the group stage, we senior Madrid, we finish the rest like we don't play playoff, automatic qualification to round of 16. So based on that, we're supposed to be in high standing where Madrid did. Madrid supposed to play first leg at the Santiago Bernabeu. The second leg they will come our house. We're not going to use based on the past glory of Madrid. They give their head say okay, we'll respect them. Yeah, I made them play first leg for Emirates. So that argument it go where UEFA can think and say okay, what you have to talk now true. Next season we go implement them. team will finish automatically go dey get edge, they go be like seeded teams. We not going to look past glory. Even back the same thing do back and Inter. Do you know that Inter Milan go play second leg for San Siro? Then they'll come play first leg for Barca Stadium, which is not supposed to be because Arsenal back we senior this so Barca senior Inter in the hierarchy. So now be the arguments, but it is what it is. So we are happy that UEFA they consider all these things. Now another change that they think now say for let's say two clubs in the same country make them not meet each other, and another one they say they want scrap extra time. Say okay, if they don't play round of 16 or quarterfinal or semi-final, once they don't draw penalty straight, but IFAB need to concur to that law. It gets some of those laws IFAB will need to approve them. Without the approval from IFAB, they are going nowhere. Now let's bring a message from another of our sponsor, Mobile Earth Associates and Co Limited. They're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 8064642234, and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of the services, do reach out to them. Now, the biggest news of this evening is the fact that Chris Whitley, who is an Arsenal correspondent, is saying Arsenal are close to sealing Martin Zubimendi's deal in the coming weeks. Andrea Berta, don't follow them talk. Everything they hope say 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, bye bye. We don't stews, but we'll just watch. Yeah. All right, so my dear Arsenal, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end while we prepare for the pre-match analysis of the match between Arsenal and Crystal Palace at the Emirates Stadium tonight. We are going to open the studios by 7:40 p.m. Nigerian time. So till then, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night. Now, good night. Now, get out, guys. Now, bye bye.